Good evening, Guardians. It is Tuesday, Reset is here, and the Nightfall this week is the Bond Brothers. So just before we get into it, guys, just a little FYI or a public service announcement or whatever you want to call it. We're going to change this up a little bit this week, guys. We are going to put all 4 videos in one big video. Mainly because that way I've realised that some people are going through and watching all of them, and just to make it easier for you guys. So this will actually break down the Nightfall, the artifacts, the bounties, everything for the week, except for Crucible, obviously. So guys, and if you want Crucible, let me know, because I'm more than willing to add that as well. So let me know what your thoughts are at the end of the video in the comment section below. So guys, the Nightfall this week, what is it? Okay, so it is the Bond Brothers. Yay! No, not entirely. But guys, there are some good news when it comes to it. So first things guys, let's just break it down and talk about it. Epic, heavily shielded, highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Solar burn, solar damage from any source is greatly increased. Go on. Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon. Boo! Grounded players take more damage while in the air. And catapult, grenade recharge is greatly increased. First of all, that recharge rate on that grenade, I am so in love with it, I want to marry it. Those grenades were coming out like left, right and center. It was so friggin' good. Especially if you are running on your solar subclass, probably the best idea you'll have. Because obviously that way you'll be able to get fast grenades and it will be able to help kill those enemies. Grounded. Players take more damage while in the air. Guys, don't jump around like you're on a pogo stick. Keep your feet firmly on terra firma and you won't have much of a problem. So yeah, stop bouncing around and you'll be all good. Juggler. No ammo drops for your equipped weapon, which kind of sucks. And yes, I know for everybody that goes, oh, you died in the first 2 minutes. I know. I walked around the corner. There was a whole bunch of enemies there. Not my problem. Guys, Juggler, no ammo drops for your current equipped weapon. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, but to be honest, you're probably going to be switching between your primary, your sniper, and your heavy as well. So at the end of the day, guys, it's not so bad. Just remember to keep alternating between those weapons, and especially using your grenades as well, because that will also help drop you a decent ammo. Solar damage. Any sources greatly increased. So obviously guys, the white elephant in the room, if you got Gallahorn and it's a decent light level, you might want to pack it. Also, if you've been leveling up your black spindle, yes, remember that thing? Guys, you might want to take that puppy with you as well. Now, if you do take one or those of the other, you will also need a decent legendary item. So basically breaking those down for you guys. Obviously, if you got your swords, take those. Especially if you've been pumping, some of your engrams into that to get those light levels up. Also, if you've got the exotic solar sword, you might want to take that puppy with you as well. If you don't have the swords on the now decent light level, Hallowed Quillam's Terminus is a decent machine gun still, and it was popped as solar. So if you put some engrams into that and level that up a little bit, that might be worthwhile taking as well. But guys, basically anything that's solar, definitely you want to be taking that. For your legendary, now the Proud Spire that you got from, I believe that's Iron Banner, is actually, or used to drop as solar, or was dropping at solar. The problem with that though is obviously you do have to get up and close and personal, which tend to get you killed a lot. But apart from that guys, obviously your black spindle, if you've got it, you want to take that. But obviously if you've got invective, is also something else you might want to take. Or 1,000-yard stare or anything like that that's a legendary that is solar, you definitely want to be taking those as well. Apart from that guys, obviously with your primaries, take whatever you've got that's good. Any sort of scout rifle is probably good, because that way you can pick them off from a distance. And you also want to be running on your solar subclass as well. So your warlocks, obviously your self-res, your hunters obviously want to be running on your gunslinger, and your hammers or soul for your titans. Apart from that guys, I was soloing this, so just take your time with it. It's not too hard. The recharge rate on your grenades really does come in handy, so it's worthwhile obviously using those as much as you can. Now guys, we're going to jump over and we're going to talk about the artifacts that they are selling. We're also going to take a look at Clyde's brother, see what sort of stuff he has got and the bounties, and then we'll break down the weekly Night Idaho Siva Crisis as well. So stay tuned. So greetings Guardians, we are now going to be taking a look at the Vanguard Scout. So let's see what the bounties are and we'll see what the artifact says and we'll break it down for you, see what it looks like. Now I've already brought mine, which is why they're all grayed out, but complete public events in the playgrounds, events completed, 0 out of 5. Guys, obviously if you want to go through and do your public events and make it easier, you can use things like public tracker or public destiny tracker. I'll put a link in the description below. That will actually let you know where the public events are about to turn up and basically give you an idea. Now I have found with this that it is about 3 to 5 minutes delayed, so if it doesn't turn up exactly on the right time, hang around for a few minutes in the area for about 3 to 5 minutes, because sometimes they do turn up a little late. Fallen leaders defeated. Obviously guys, kill fallen mages and ultras, pretty easy. Complete patrols in the playground. Obviously you'll have to be doing that anyway if you want to do that quest for the artifact. Where is it? Artifacts of Iron Lords, notable deed. Also if you do the corrupted lands, also that will also be accounted as well. So basically a good thing to do patrols anyway. And just go do 10 of those and complete servitor encounters in the Archon's Forge, 0 out of 4. I found the servitor ones that tend to be a little funny. They don't always seem to turn up on time or turn up. There's a lot of other ones like the Fallen Dregs and stuff like that. Didn't have many luck with the servitors coming up. But guys, obviously if you ever do have a fused item or a perfect or whatever it may be, it actually tells you, if you look here, Fury of the Devil's Splices in the Archon Forge, face splices unsought by a trio of dregs fused with basic server technology. So that one is going to be the dregs, and that's how you basically tell. Apart from that guys, he does have the Mantle of Gallon. Intellect is 23/33. Discipline is 25/35. So it's not too bad. Probably better than what I've actually got at the moment. Let's have a look at it. Doesn't look too bad at all, to be honest. I actually quite like that. Apart from that, it also does have the Summer's Iron Sash. I forgot to say, increase upgrade for scout rifles, increase crucible reputation gains. He has the Simran's Iron Sash, which has a discipline of 25/35, strength of 23/33, increase upgrade rate for pulse rifles, and obviously crucible reputation. And he has the something or other Iron Bond. No, we're going to try and pronounce that. Increase the upgrade rate for pulse rifles, increase your crucible reputation as well. Now, obviously, guys, if you do want those, you just need to hand in a legendary engram. Don't decode it, just hand it to him plus the glimmer, and he will give you one of those. You obviously pick which one you want. Weapon parts, obviously, ammo materials, special ammo synthesis, and heavy ammo synthesis. Plus, also the Siva key fragments. Apart from that, guys, we'll also go and have a quick look at the artifacts as well.
The Guardians will learn from this.
See what she has for us as well. There we go. So for the artifacts, guys, it's Memory of Fellwinter. Loses your super but gain an extra grenade and melee charge. I don't actually have that, so that's kind of good for me. Discipline 142, 185. Really good discipline on it. Strength is 86 or 129. No intellect, but obviously that will obviously boost up your grenade and melee, allowing you to go through and do that pretty easy. Hence why it's there. Millions of attack have a chance to temporarily turn against targets against its allies. I actually already have that one, but yeah, it's actually quite useful, guys. Basically, you just go up, you melee someone or an enemy, and he'll be on your side for like a minute or whatever it is. Pretty handy, for, especially if you're in the Archon Forge and you're trying to do it perfect. Definitely comes in handy for that. And the last one, guys, is enemy guardians with full super and all of those Enemies with low health are highlighted. Oh, lovely. Cool. Don't have that one either. And obviously acquisition kills and going to get dark to have a chance to generate an orb. Intellect is 34 out of 77. Discipline is 45 out of 88. So discipline's really good. Intellect is really not that bad either. So yeah, guys, it's definitely an interesting one. I haven't got that one yet, so I don't know what it's like. Apart from that, guys, obviously now we'll jump into orbit and we'll break down the weekly strike and go from there. Talk to you in a sec. So for the last video, guys, today, or the last part of the video today, is the Siva Crisis Heroic. Modifiers on that, guys, are Heroic, Void Burn, Small Arms, and Fresh Troops. So obviously Heroic enemies appear at great numbers and are more aggressive. That's always on. No, that's pretty standard. Void damage from any source is greatly increased. So guys, obviously if you have things like Telesto or 1,000-Yard Stare or whatever it may be, the Laughing Heart, for example, that is 365. If you've got anything like that, obviously that will give you an advantage because it is Void Burn. Also for your heavy weapons, for example, you can get the Void Fang, the Void Edge, so don't forget your swords if you've got them. The Dread Fang, obviously, as well, if you've upgraded it. But also you got things like the Truth and stuff like that as well. Plus, just remember to run on your Void subclasses from all your characters, and that way your grenades and everything like that will also be Void and allow you to help you out as well. Small Arms, primary weapon damage is favoured. So guys, obviously if you do have anything that is decent for a primary weapon, like for example the Cryptic Dragon I'm starting to really like, or for example the Distant Star, they obviously will give you a buff for small arms. So anything, obviously if you can use your primary, please do. And Fresh Troops, some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Drags the game out a little bit, but apart from that, guys, it's really not too bad. But yeah, obviously just remember with the heroics, do take your time with them, guys. I did do last week's and struggled a little bit, to be honest, even though it was 350 and we were like all 360s. It was actually really tough, and we got the Bond Brothers, which really didn't help either, which is probably one of the harder ones out there. So guys, look, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you like the fact that I'm lumping all these 3 videos together? Or all 4 videos together, or did you like them when they were separate? Let me know in the comment section below. Apart from that, Guardians, if you have any questions, any queries, feel free to hit me up in the comments. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like on it. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, Guardians, I'll see you playing Destiny. Have a great day and enjoy.